This is the story of a land which is a speck near the mighty Chalakudi River, the mother and primary resource provider to all the organisms around, the supplier of food, water, energy, and what more. This is the story of how the land, being the enduring daughter of the river, grew up to be the guardian of rapidly decreasing sacred groves in Kerala. The majesty of nature this land integrates to its culture is august and significant. Let us watch how she holds it with balance. Sacred groves are not exotic to us. They are the finest examples for traditional biodiversity conservation practices, the epicenter of culture and heritage. These sacred groves co-evolve with civilization to become a micro biodiversity hotspot. It becomes a harbor of a variety of flora and fauna. Kerala has a rhythmic conglomeration of many ancient traditions put together. Snake worship has been a landmark of Kerala culture. It is done in a sacred grove called Serpent God. The Serpent God inside the compound of the house was a common sight in Kerala during the ancient times. There were people like Pulluvan and Pulluvati who sustained their living by singing songs praising Nagadevangal.
മാളികയിൽ വാഴും മാളിക പുറവു മുണ്ടാമലയിൽ.
Many of this is already lost in the large ocean of time, but a tradition, majestic and glorious, has been an inseparable part of many temples and homes in Kerala. A Serpent God is a separate land, fenced apart from the rest of the courtyard of the house to avoid the entry of children. It is a miniature prototype of a forest ecosystem. This is a patch of land untouched by human beings except for the uncut red or black stone at the center of the grove called Chitrakuda, which symbolizes the Nagadeva. There is a one-way path into the space through which the priest enters into the grove for the annual ritual of giving Noorum Palum to the gods. It is during this ceremony the cover is decorated with tender coconut palm leaves. Many varieties of trees like Saptaparni or Devil trees, Ashwatha or people trees, or Cerebra or Thalamoda suicide trees are all very common in sacred groves. It is said that a mere 1.2 square kilometer of a sacred grove can harbor up to 720 species of flora. William Logan in his Malabar manual says that every tree and bush, every branch and twig was considered sacred in a Serpent God. The all-inclusive form of respect and worship might be the reason behind the space being a harbor of biodiversity. The tradition of snake worship extends much beyond the Serpent God at homes. There are many temples spread across Kerala where the sole deity is Naga. One of the most famous ones is Mannarshala in Alappuzha, and another one is Pambume Kattumana in Thrissur. Snake worship also extends to cultural realm when the world famous art form Theyyam has a Nagadevam in its form. The Guligam Theyyam is considered to be the seventh of the 8 Nagas who protect the universe. This also has a significance in the Jyotisha Shastra of South India. However intertwined with rituals, traditions and cultural practices, all these examples suggest that the ancient Indian traditions involved the in situ mode of conservation of biodiversity. Just like how the small land near the Chalakudi River conserved numerous number of species in its sacred groves, All these denote a highly ecocentric notion that every single organism on earth has its right to live and flourish.